So today we are going to speak about our story with Lily's cow's milk protein allergy. So to begin with, I'll just explain a little bit about what a cow's milk protein allergy is. So it's when a baby has cow's milk and their immune system thinks it's bad and that it's harmful, so that triggers an allergic reaction to try and get rid of it. It's actually the most common type of food allergy in infants and young children. Thankfully, it is something that most children will grow out of. So I'll explain what happened to Lily. So normally she's breastfed, which I had been eating dairy in my diet for 3.5 months. 3.5 months, when she was 3.5 months was when we found out that she has this allergy. So we decided to try her on a little bit of formula milk because we were traveling and she was getting quite hungry as well, so we thought maybe we could substitute with a few formula feedings. And she didn't even drink a full bottle. She maybe drank 2 ounces. And it was the Aptamil one, just a normal blue Aptamil one that we picked up to try her on. And she kind of threw it up, but we thought, okay, it's just she doesn't want it, sick isn't that a big deal. But then it kind of turned into more like vomiting. Oh no, darling. Vomiting, and yeah, she was just seeming a little bit off. She was really restless. So we tried to put her down for a nap. I thought maybe she's tired. She was screaming and screaming. She just wasn't happy. And then I noticed, like her eyes were starting to swell up. Her ears were swelling up, which was the weirdest part that we found. Her ears literally doubled in size. And then we thought, well, put her in for a bath, see if, that calms her down. And then we noticed when we took her clothes off, her whole body was covered in hives. And then, she was kind of like wheezing as well. Then her whole face kind of went puffy. It was really scary. So my first thought was, okay, I've got to go get the car and drive her to the hospital to A&E. So then I thought realistically, and I thought, is it life-threatening? Probably not, as terrifying as it was for me and Mark, and obviously Lily as well, because she had no idea what was going on. So I decided to phone the NHS 24, and they were really helpful. They're just trying to keep me calm and trying to reassure me that if she's breathing okay, and if she, she wasn't floppy, if she was, if she was functioning okay, then she was going to be okay. So, that kind of put my mind at ease a little bit, just at least speaking on the phone to, a doctor. Speaking on the phone to a doctor about it. Okay, and so prior to this, she had eczema on her face from quite early on, and she had little patches of dry skin, but, we just kind of thought general eczema. But then after this, after like a day after we gave her the milk, her whole body came out in eczema, like a really, really bad rash. It was horrible. Like it was such a shame for her because it was just so itchy. She wasn't getting any peace. Yeah, so obviously the cow's milk had made her eczema flare up really badly, and it's now 1.5 months later, and we're still trying to control the eczema on her body, which came from that. So. And when we took her to the doctor, I asked the doctor, you're going to do a test to confirm that it is a cow's milk protein allergy. And she said, we don't even need to do a test because just by explaining the reaction that she had to it, she said that's what it was. So we were given this formula Nutramigen. Wait, I will show you. So this is the formula which we were given. And in the UK, you actually get this free on the NHS as a prescription. Oh, Lily. It's a prescription. So what it is still made with cow's milk, but it's just the 1 second. It's just the proteins have been broken down. They've been hydrolyzed. What that means? Yeah. So basically, the proteins have been broken down to make it easier for the babies to digest and not think that it's harmful. But yeah, so it tastes very, very different to normal formula. It's not nice at all. You know, the first few times it was hard to get her to drink it. She turned her nose up to it and just would not take it. But after a while, what I did actually was I started mixing it, you know, with first 3/4 breast milk, then 1/4 this, and then, you know, I would lower the breast milk percentage and higher this. So then eventually she was drinking this, and she drinks it absolutely fine now. She still gets breast milk, but no, she drinks this absolutely fine now. But yeah, that's really handy that here in the UK you do get this on prescription, because it is about £15 a tub, and she's breastfed as well. She's not just getting this, and we're going through 2 tubs a week. That would cost us £30 a week if we didn't get it on the NHS, which is really, really good. But yeah, and as for me, I've just had to cut dairy out of my diet, which at the beginning, you know, I thought was going to be such a challenge, but I'm kind of used to it now. You know, things that I do miss probably the most is cheese, because you can get chocolates that don't have dairy in it, which is fine. Oh no, darling. Yeah, and milk alternatives. I've just been drinking coconut milk's my favourite. You probably will have to take calcium supplements as well if you're going to cut the dairy out of your diet, just to make sure you're getting enough calcium, especially if you're making, because your body uses more when you're making the milk for the baby. Yeah. 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 And yeah, and as for her, she's just starting solid, so we're just making everything ourselves so far. But it is quite handy now that on the backs of every packet of whatever you buy, you know, I think it's a requirement by companies to highlight in bold allergens, so milk will always be one. You know, it will be highlighted in bold in the back, milk, which is included in the ingredients, so it'll be pretty obvious what does and what doesn't have milk in it. Yeah. So, I hope this was useful for any of you guys if, you know, you've just discovered that your baby has a cow's milk protein allergy, because I didn't really have any clue what it was until Lily had it. Until I found out Lily had it, and, you know, so I was on Google trying to research it. So I just thought I'd make this video to help anyone else out there who's going through the same thing. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Bye! Bye!